So anyways, after playing this game for like 150, maybe 200 hours, I think I have a pretty good grasp on the state of hardcore in Diablo 4. Overall, I think the game is really good. There's a lot of issues that need to be cleaned up for the seasons coming up. I know that when they did little dev chat, they talked about season one, season two, and a lot of the quality of life, a lot of like the issues with like resistances and overall scaling. Seems like it's not going to hit season one; it'll hit season two, and I'm okay with that, right? But the biggest issues, and they kind of addressed it with like the scroll of escapes, you know. By the way, make sure you have them bound to your emote wheel or whatever. Is that they'll auto trigger, right? And I don't know if that's working now. I think it. I mean, they made it sound like it was, but I mean, if you look here, my first character actually, 59. It was world tier 3. I was doing Annika's claim, and I had just had a DC. Oh, no, it's not a DC, but a game crash, and I come back and my character's dead, and it was really aggravating. But you know, it's hardcore, so you just kind of bite the bullet, get back on it, and make a new character. You know, and then I kind of dicked around with some characters, these like little low B ones here, trying to try out new builds or whatever. And then this one right here, this 65 is my honest death. You know, I can't really say anything. I was in World Tier 4. I got, you know, I sold the dungeon at 60, yeah, it was 61, 62, I can't remember. And it was pretty easy playing as Summoner. Necro, you gotta kind of sit back and let your minions and corpse explosion do everything for you. I know a lot of people are saying that Summoner Necros aren't really viable, but I wasn't seeing it. For hardcore, I think they're really safe, very beginner friendly, and it's definitely having a lot of fun, right? Because it's kind of like the class fantasy, right? Like from like Diablo 2, especially that you know, you summon big hordes of minions and they basically carry you throughout the entire game. So that's pretty fun, right? So going back to the original point, hopefully I don't run into a situation like this. I think what was happening though for the DCs though is I had HDR on my monitor, and so when I'm playing with HDR, it seems like it crashes on Diablo. You know, I disabled HDR, and I haven't really had that issue since. So hopefully that's fixed. I don't have any of those going on. Just to kind of like go over my skill tree. I know it's kind of, I mean, I guess kind of cookie cutter. It's like a Shadow Blight build, you know, with your just decompose right here, and your blights. Hewed Flesh is huge. Skeletal Mastery, you know, Grim Harvest, Fueled by Death, Corpse Explosion to Blighted, of course. I only have 1 point into like Death's Reach. This is kind of where like excess points, mages here, yeah, skeletal mages. I put 1 point into Necrotic Carpus, right? Because it's our carapace. Because you know, just generate that fortified for that extra like tankiness, kind of. You know, it saved me, you know, being fortified in Terry spots. And then, of course, you know, the 1 point to Crippling Darkness, 1 point to Reaper's Pursuit, and then Gloom is huge. You know, just Army of Dead, Golem. Have these max out, like, and so Hellbent Commander is kind of, it's a weird one, right? Like, because if you play more melee up with your Reapers or whatever, you know, you generate more damage there, or you can hang back with your mages and have them do it. And that's kind of what I've been doing, is hanging out with the mages. You know, because I'm running, like, I think everyone's running the one where you have your mages, you know, every so often cast Blizzard. And that seems pretty good. You know, could chill up the, you know, elite packs, have them vulnerable, and just do a lot of damage to them. I also run on my neck to get an extra mage. I imprint the skeletal mages there. And then right here, the attack speed on your summons, I put it on my two-hander. Which I guess you could run, you know, one hand, two hand, you know, like a one hand offhand or one hand shield to get an extra aspect or whatever. But I right now for World Tier 3, while I'm releveling this, it's not really an issue. When get to World Tier 4, maybe I'll switch some things out. And then obviously, you know, for hardcore, I think this is kind of like a must, right? You know, it you know, prevents one shots. Like there's videos of Crypt just running by a white mob, just randomly getting one shot. You know, if you have this up, that protects you from it. So I think it's kind of a must. And outside of that, like this right here, the base skill reduce your damage by 20% is really good for like face tanking, like the butcher or whatever. You just sit there, drain on him, decompose while your minions kill him with army up and stuff. Then also your, skeletons do damage, army of dead attack speed, turns your army of dead into like a steroid. And then, what else? What else? Oh, and then obviously right here, I think this solves a lot of the issues with the minions, like, so, I mean, minions dying too early. You just get some fucking DR on them and they stay alive. Also, for your gear, you kind of want to, I've just been kind of focused on, like, max health for me, armor, intelligence, and then minion health, as you see here. So, and you kind of don't want to, I mean, like, once you get dexterity and willpower on them, on these items too, it's kind of good. It kind of helps out for your Paragon board, because right now this is just, I'm in one brick right now because I haven't hit 60 yet, but you want to make sure you have dexterity maxed out, fucking all this shit. My plan is kind of just hit all these these minion nodes, see where it takes me, and then I'll probably do the withered, or was it the like either flesh eater or I was actually looking at wither, either one of those for a second board once I have all my minion nodes complete. I haven't really leveled up my glyphs or anything like that, and so I kind of need to farm nightmare dungeons to get that knocked out. But yeah, this is just kind of like my thoughts on Summoner Necro Hardcore, the state of the game. I think it's a huge win for Blizzard compared to, other games. Like, I know WoW had its drama with its like dev team harassing women and all that bullshit, and Diablo 3 I think started off really good. Maybe it's a fucking unpopular take. I actually like the pre-nerf like Inferno type stuff. The Real Money Auction House, I know it had some drama in it. And then like even the expansion when it first came out was pretty fun, But I never really got into it, This game feels a little bit more. I mean, to me it's kind of like an amalgamation of say like Diablo 2 and Diablo 3, and my boomer ass was playing the shit out of Diablo 2, especially LOD when it came out back in high school. You know what I mean? Like, so we, me and the boys would skip school and play Diablo all day. So it's really fun. Kind of hit me on the nostalgia right there. But I mean, as a game itself, I would say standing on its own without comparing it to like D2 or whatever, it's really good. And it's good to see Blizzard actually get a solid win on this. So yeah, just grinding this out. Hopefully, no stupid DC kills me, and I can finally get to 100. So yeah, that's my take on Diablo 4 so far. Thanks.